Geeks Gone Raw.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scarfinger, and this is Scarcasm.
Penis.
I am Scarfinger, and I am not doing very well. So, over the course of this episode, everyone else is pretty much going to have to do the heavy lifting because I am not having a good mental health day. I had to, and just to explain, like something happened to me. Now I am, and I know that I am a depressive sometimes, and I'm one of those type of people. I'm one of those. Sometimes sometimes I could be a little bit Robin Williams, where I'm like outgoing so much because I'm hurting inside. Mm-hmm. Today is one of those days. But I had something happen to me yesterday, and then after that happened, I called my internet bestie, and my internet bestie told me that I was pretty much living in denial, and I was just kind of glossing over things that should be affecting me, and I was really trying really hard not to let any of it affect me. So I've been, like all today, I have done things that are unlike anything I should be doing. Now I've had episodes before where I kind of felt like, I wasn't feeling like myself. But right now, it feels like everything is kind of spiraling out of control. I know that it's not. And I know that everything is as controlled as I can make it. But I can't stop myself. I just can't. And it's painful mentally, and I am doing things to myself to make myself hurt physically to match my mental pain right now. Like, as you all know, I am a diabetic, and I've also had problems with my feet. When my blood sugar is high, my feet start hurting and because of neuropathy. So pretty much I've ate candy all day knowing that it was going to hurt me, and I couldn't stop myself. And I've just been doing stupid stuff, and I can't really stop myself. And even the fact that I'm sitting here and I'm saying it, and I am aware I'm sitting here in front of an empty bag of gummy worms that I ate right before I jumped on to start this. So I am not having a great mental health day. Now, before anyone asks, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. I have an appointment with my therapist. I'm going to be fine. She usually gets me straight. But right now, I'm not really feeling a whole lot like myself. This show This show goes on, and I'm a Robin Williams the fuck out of this shit, and we are going to get this thing done. But the two gentlemen that are with me, Chase and Sam, are in the building. We back to the crew, and we are going to get this thing done. With that said, Sam, how are you?
Right now, I'm really distracted by Chase eating a Hot Pocket.
I was distracted by it seemed like your camera stopped and you were just like for like at least 10 minutes while Scar was talking. I was like, man.
I was listening intently. I was like, Fraser Crane, I'm listening.
I don't think I've ever really watched an episode of Frasier.
Oh, dude, like, you might not think so, but I'm telling you, it's the funniest shit in the world.
But people said that about different things that I've tried and I don't connect to. Seinfeld, couldn't connect to it. The Office, couldn't connect to it. Absolutely hated The Office. Like, I just could not.
You only watched the first season.
Is that what it was? Yeah. The first season wasn't really that great.
I just couldn't. Curb Your Enthusiasm. I just can't.
You know why? Because it has the same Seinfeld humor because it was written by the same dude. That's why. Yeah.
There's some things that people love and they say that are like really hilarious, and I just can't get with it. So I've never watched an episode of Frasier, so
if you ever decide to, you should check out season 2 because it's back to back to back. It has the funniest episodes ever. That is the perfect season.
Okay, that's what people say about Curb Your Enthusiasm and The Office.
See, the thing is, like, The Office, I vaguely remember certain episodes. Same thing with Curb Your Enthusiasm and Seinfeld. And I was like, oh yeah, the episode where this happened or that happened. I remember vividly everything about Frasier.
Did you like Cheers?
Here's another thing. I didn't really like Cheers. Now I watch it because sometimes, at night it used to be on like at 2 a.m. You come home from work or going out or whatever, and then Cheers will be on. And you're like, oh, I'll watch this. Just kind of like a thing that it's just on in the background, and it's kind of like every now and then when I'm feeling kind of like whatever, I'll put on an episode on Netflix or something and just have it on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was alive when Cheers was the shit. I was alive and paying attention, when Cheers was the shit. So I remember Cheers.
Yeah, I don't think I started really paying attention until like I was a little bit older, like 12. I think it went off the air when I was like 12. And I was like, I remember those last few episodes, those last few seasons. I don't think were from what I heard, it weren't that great. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going. I don't think I'll ever like seek it. Like but since I don't watch TV, I never have a situation where like I'm flipping through channels and something just happens to be on because I only watch stuff through my apps.
Yeah, because that's the negative of the streaming thing is you never just kind of like stumble into shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the positive is that if you do want to watch Cheers, it's all there. You don't have to just watch season 7, episode 13. You know what I mean?
Right. So that's pretty much the case with me. So how you been? I mean, it's been a little while since you've been on back on the podcast.
A lot of it is because of work. Because I was doing double duty. I was doing this and like the next night doing like WrestleCast. And so I would find.
Oh, you're back.
Like,
you real back.
No,
with them
this is before. I just had to stop everything cold.
Okay.
What was happening was that they moved to Tuesday nights because they started doing separate shows. They were basically doing post shows for every show that would come on. Like the post Raw show would be recorded on Tuesday, when normally I wouldn't really watch it until like days later, just because of work. So I was forcing myself to watch it that same night, like getting off of work at night and then having to put it on for 3 hours. And it was just a thing where I just couldn't go the next night, and it just kind of got a drag. It kind of got into a drag, and it was just like, well, I think I'm just gonna have to stop for a while.
Right.
Okay.
And then after the whole thing with the snowstorm happened, just a bunch of stuff happened.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like I came back from like COVID thing, And everybody was like, "You heard about Texas?" I was like, "What's wrong with Texas?" like I was like completely like not connected
It was
to
that
any
same
news.
weekend. It was that same weekend that you had that you got the Rona.
Yeah, crazy shit, man. That shit was wild.
I have since gotten both of my shots. Are you guys vaccinated?
Hey, Scar, did you run out in the street like just whee?
I wish.
Just rip your mask off and yeah.
Chase is frozen. I don't know what happened, and he's the one.
He's just surprised. Let me screenshot that because that's hilarious.
Chase is frozen, and he's the one recording.
No, he's frozen, but the face he's making. That should probably be like the episode picture right there. Now he's choking to death. Great. First episode back, Chase is dying.
Yeah, that's like every episode. But
what happened? Did you freeze?
No, I wouldn't have frozen. It's been happening for each of us. Sometimes you guys will be frozen, but I can still hear you. It's just our videos will stop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because your video is totally stopped in the look you have on your face is fucking weird.
Yeah, let me crop this so I can show you, Chase. Hold on, I'll put it in the Hangout.
All right.
Oh, I'm not in that Hangout no more. Hold on. I don't even know how to send messages here.
I don't know why you left the Hangout.
Because of what happened. I was just like, things happen.
Yeah.
Here, I'll send it to Scar, and Scar will send it to you.
I don't want to send it to him. So, yeah, that is funny. I will say that is funny. You should totally, Chase. You should totally post this somewhere, like on your Facebook or some shit like that.
Yeah, you should make that your Facebook picture.
I'm definitely putting this in the Discord. I'm putting this in the Discord, and that's where Chase is.
If it's the whole desktop, I'll put it as my Facebook like cover or whatever, my banner.
No.
It's 1920 by 1080. So no, it's not. No, that's the original picture.
So you can probably use this. I'm putting it in the Discord so that everybody can make fun of Chase.
Okay.
It seems like the best idea, right?
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Okay. So anyway, showtime. Chase, what have you been up to?
I have been.
I am fully vaccinated, by the way. Just to answer your question.
I know, Chase. You said you had to wait. You said you were going to wait before you.
Yeah, I needed to check in on it, but yeah, I have been clocking some hours in at work because I've been. But next week will be my first time back of like fully just like one person, just regular hours, like 8:30 to 4:30, which is cool because it used to be 9 to 5 or 9:30 to wherever. So 8:30 to 4:30 would be pretty cool. And so yeah, because anytime they'd ask me if I wanted to work, I'd just say yes. So like, I just like getting like 85, 90 hours a pay period, and I'm like, I know, not really been playing too much, man. But we had got back into our Marvel stuff, but I'll get to that when. But yeah, I'll be glad for everything to get kind of back to normal, so I can be like game nights and kind of get some of my shit done. I was trying to finish Tomb Raider and got that done. I just haven't played anything.
Okay, I played a very little bit. I watched some things. Actually, I watched a whole season of a show on Saturday. I started it and just kind of sat there and just kind of finished the whole thing. I mean, it was only 8 episodes. Let me clarify. It was only 8 episodes.
What was it?
I watched. What's it called? Jupiter.
Oh, that new one.
Yeah, but I knew about the comic books. There's this guy that I watch his comic book reviews, and he reviewed the comic books and talked about everything all the way through a long time ago. And like this is the same guy. He's already done the Invincible stuff. He's already done the Boys and like all of this other stuff. So like a lot So like when the TV shows come out, I already know what it is because he basically he will do a video about a full trade paperback. So like all of this stuff I already knew. But so like when I watched it, I was like waiting for the thing. Kind of like when I was, because I watched Invincible too. Invincible is really good, and I just kept waiting for the thing. And I was just like, when is the thing gonna happen? And the thing doesn't happen until the very last episode of the season, and then it's over. And then in Jupiter's is Jupiter's Legacy, right?
I thought it was like Jupiter Rising or something. I don't know what the heck it is.
I think it's Legacy, but
Jupiter Legacy, yeah.
Yeah,
you might be thinking about that terrible movie with her face in it.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. But what happens is
Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah. The comic books are separated into two separate series. Series? Is that the word? Series? Or series? A series. Okay. Comic books are separated into two separate series. There's the Jupiter Legacy, and then there's Jupiter Circle. And Legacy is basically, if you watch the show, Legacy is basically the current day story. Circle is the story about what happened in the past.
Legacy and then, sounds like it should be about the past.
No, because Legacy is about their kids coming into their own. So their legacies. So it makes sense, right? So here's what I'll say about the show. And I'm no spoilers or anything. But like I said, I kept waiting for the thing to happen and the thing didn't happen. You want to know why the thing didn't happen? Is because the whole season is split between current and the past, and it's about they split about 50-50. They keep going back and forth to the past story and then the current story. Well, the past story in like how they got their powers, that's in the comic books, that's basically is a quick story that's told on like 2 pages. And they stretched that shit out. They stretched that shit out for a whole season, but they gave you a little bit more information than you had with the comic books because, like I said, the comic books explained that shit in 2 pages. It didn't really explain a lot. So I enjoyed that. And then but if you think about Legacy, this whole season is about 2.5 issues of Legacy. That's it. They took 2.5 issues and they stretched that shit out for 8 episodes. The backstory of the old stuff. So it's only like 2 and they never got there. And I know a lot of comics fans and people.
Our meat's all fucked up.
Why?
I don't know. It's all fucked up.
I mean, I don't see anything
I think you're frozen.
Other than your screen is frozen. I don't have any issues.
I'm reading the plot to Jupiter Ascending, and this sounds really stupid.
Oh, Ascending? Yeah, that shit always sounds stupid.
Oh, that's by the Wachowskis, that's why.
I hate that we have to call them the Wachowskis now because they both transitioned. It's like fucking weird.
That's what it says here, okay? I didn't make it special.
Which is fucking weird that they both transitioned. Isn't that that's not weird to anybody else?
We're being recorded. I'm not saying anything.
Well, it's the stream is getting all choppy. I'm getting about half about what Scar's saying, but it's like all I hear is like something. So we're like, the podcast is fucking up, and we're kind of getting into some transphobic a little bit. Just a little bit, not saying that you're transphobic or anything.
I'm not being transphobic. What I'm saying is, I just find it weird that we don't call them the sisters. We called them the brothers originally, and we don't call them the sisters now. Like they both transitioned. Why don't we just call them the sisters?
Because this is what they want.
Yeah, I just find that to be weird. Like we called them the brothers when they were dudes. And we just call them the Wachowskis now, like they're the motherfucking Jacksons or some shit. Like, that's like,
and now the Wachowskis,
right? You know what I mean? Or the fucking Osmonds. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit, bro. Like, that's how I feel about it. I'm not being transphobic. Like, I didn't say nothing about them. You know, like they both transitioned. Good for you, dogs. And I mean, I guess now cats, but like. Good for you. I have no issues with that, but I just find it weird, like how we took off the brothers and then we didn't add sisters.
So it says this film was produced by someone in Grant Hill. For a minute, I thought it was a basketball player.
Really? I mean,
it's not him. But I thought about it for a minute.
Okay, so what?
Some Australian dude.
So what are we doing, Chase?
I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, Sean Bean is in it. Does he live?
One does not simply live the remote. I'm the only person that I'm having you. I've not had any issues with Sam at all. You're the one that keeps freezing.
Yeah, but he's the one recording it. Remember?
Well,
no, it's probably because he got people on the internet.
Well, my internet has been bad.
You want me to run it back up? I don't know if it's actually going to record, but...
Well, it might not record because your computer ran out of space and then your computer shuts down. Remember?
I think I got rid of that. Because I had the whatchamacallit too high. I had the bit rate too high.
Oh, yeah, you were doing like a million bit rate.
Well, it was some weird shit that I saw on a fucking YouTube video, and then I changed it and it totally fucked everything up. All right, let's see. Podcasting. Let's see. Properties.
Google something. How much did Mila Kunis get paid for Jupiter Ascending?
Window capture. Is this not considered a window? That's weird. I don't have this.
I'm reading an article. Mila Kunis is asked to explain the plot of Jupiter Ascending and fails.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's not good. Remove this. All right. I'm going to add another source. Window capture. Okay. Window.
And it's not that movie's not even like they're trying to be cryptic and weird like some like an artsy movie or anything. They just suck at story writing.
I mean that further goes to prove that they didn't write the Matrix.
Yeah. That lady wrote The Matrix, and she never get credit for it.
The Matrix and Terminator, they both came from the same story.
Yep, of course. You know, and it makes sense because the more sequels they made, the dumber the shit got because they were on their own.
Yeah, I know she tried to sue him, but that got thrown out.
Yeah, it got thrown out because she didn't show up for the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's according to the thing. She didn't make it to the.
She tried to, but then she fell through the floor because it was.
Shut up, Chase.
Nigga. Why I can't capture the window. I can't capture the window.
Well, it seems to be doing all right now, but I got a technician coming out on Wednesday. I've been having some internet problems for basically a year. But I haven't called them because it was like a pandemic. I might be like, my video game isn't playing right. Can you please come out?
I need you to come by and fix my internet so I can play my video games. My video games is not working the way that I think they should be working. Dang nabbit. I can't play my Call of Duty. I'm only the Americans.
In my Call of Duty, I'm really bad right now, and I'm at least supposed to be getting an okay.
If I ain't Americans, I quit. I ain't about to be on the other side.
It's the internet's fault. Spectrum, come out, fix this. Fix my masturbation.
I ain't about to be no Arab.
I ain't about to be no Arab. Y'all not about to get me in Al Qaeda. Like, that's not about to happen around here.
I'm gonna get me praying to Allah.
Sharia law. You need to hurry up and come around here and fix my internet so I can defend America on Call of Duty. I hate me right now. Dang damn it. I gotta defend my country.
I gotta defend my country from the Arabs and them liberals. Snowflakes. First they stole the election, now they steal my internet.
First they stole the election, then they trying to steal my America in Call of Duty. I played the Call of Duty when they invaded. I'm not a fan.
Dang it.
I hate everything right now. He said, okay, Scott said, can he jump in? I'll send him a link.
Sure. Did y'all see the Venom trailer?
I did. I was fucking confused. Was I the only one that's confused?
I just want to know, when did Venom become Cookie Monster?
It's just weird because they got him to do the voice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they got him to do the voice, and it just sounds weird. It's always sounded weird. The same way that didn't Ryan Reynolds do the Juggernaut in the second Deadpool movie?
No, that had to be somebody else.
No, that was Ryan Reynolds.
Oh shit!
they just changed his voice.
I did like that they included Carnage's girlfriend in the trailer, played by Naomi Harris.
Yeah, I haven't heard
I don't know very much about Carnage, so I can't really say much.
Yeah, he has a girlfriend.
I did the one of the things I always remember about Carnage. Do you remember that Carnage video game that came out for like the NES?
Oh yeah, Mexican Carnage.
Because it was like there's those posters everywhere, and they just had this badass fucking poster of him like over like city, you know. Everything was red, and that always like that's the only thing I ever think about when I think of Carnage. That fucking poster.
Yeah, there was a couple like badass like covers and shit like that, but I don't think I've ever read the comic book.
Right.
See, I got.
Because I heard that Carnage is supposed to be where it's like even more bad because we're like Venom was like an okay dude.
He's pretty psycho. He's pretty psycho.
Yeah, it's like the symbiote went into an okay dude, but then Carnage is the symbiote going on a fucking psycho.
Well, he just hated Peter Parker. That was his problem.
No, it was according to the movie.
This is the latest one. Chase, pretty cool cover, huh?
Yeah, that is sick.
Scar, you calling about your internet?
Unpause the recording for just a second while he's on his phone call, and get me. Where's pause?
All right.
I thought there was a pause. Well, I'll just.
Yes. Scott has returned. Hey Scott, I'm telling you, I made the candles. This is one of the testers. I made it in a different form factor. I made it in a bigger candle. I'm testing it, and the testing is going okay, but they're not where I want them to be. So I may have to make some more. All right. But I'm testing one with a regular wick in it too. That'll be my next test. I think I double wicked this thing, and it's not working with the double wick. I should have single wicked. I put 2 boy wicks in here, and that's not really working. So
the candles don't work with double penetration, man.
Look at you, Chase.
You'd be surprised.
Look at you, Chase. You got Call of Duty,
you'd be surprised.
American Flag, and Dr. Pepper.
There's a lot of candles that a lot of people love 3-wick candles. 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. So I hate me. I hate me right now.
Could you do a candle to where you like kind of section it out and you had like two wicks in the pink part and then one in the brown part?
Technically, you can do that because all you do is you make the candle and you tilt it on something, pour enough till it covers the other two wicks, let that set, and then you turn it and you just fill the rest with the brown.
And you wouldn't even have like some sort of pun or like call it two in the pink and one in the stink. You would like call it something nice and then only you get the joke.
I call that shit. What's the
was it the shocker or something like that?
No, I call it Matt Hardy. All the wrestling fans get that joke. Wasn't that like his symbol or something like that he would do?
Something like that.
The version
It
one.
was something like that. So like two in the pink.
Oh no, V1. Yeah, he was doing like that or something.
Okay, back on track.
Roses and poo-poo.
Okay, so where did we leave off? Because this shit went off the rails.
We're talking about America.
We're talking about America playing Call of Duty and defending our country.
I don't want to be no Arab.
I don't want to be that. You know what? I will say this. When playing World at War, I had a real hard time making myself not quit the game whenever I'm playing multiplayer and they make me the Nazis. Like I just didn't like being the Nazis. And like so like it just always seemed like when I was the Nazis, I didn't play as hard because I subconsciously wanted them to fucking lose. Because they were the fucking
you were
Nazis.
playing as the Nazis and you're just punching yourself.
There's a subsection of the internet, full of true patriots who would love to be the Nazis.
I don't understand that. I don't know how. I don't understand how those two things equate. Like, did we fight a fucking war about this? If we were not on the same side in this war.
But there was another war they.
Well, don't a lot of them say that that none of that happened? Aren't there like a great deal of still Holocaust deniers?
I know Holocaust deniers, but you can't deny World War fucking II.
It was a simulation in the Matrix. I learned that from the Wachowskis. I gotta call them that now.
The Wachowski sisters, I guess. Oh, I should have been drinking today.
I don't want to call them that. What, their name?
I should have been drinking today. This seems like the greatest occasion to be drinking during a podcast.
Or it would be the worst occasion to be drinking. Because you get a drink.
Yeah.
You got a drink to remember not to forget.
I see the Matrix.
Look at that video. Did you see that video? You don't see the numbers and the letters?
All I see is red, white, and blue. Them look colors right there.
Red, white, and blue Matrix letters.
But yeah, I do get that because, in
that is the name of the show: Red, White, and Blue Matrix letters.
And if Rashani was here, he would get mad again. But but yeah, I get that because I remember.
I see red, I see white, and I see blue. I see the stars and stripes, damn it.
but yeah, because there was because most of the Call of Duties, it was we're Modern Warfare, but it's still sort of made up, they had made up countries and stuff like that. But then when that Medal of Honor came out, it was no, this is the war that's happening right now. It's the terrorist of right now. You were literally fighting Al Qaeda.
I hate the fact that those two, the two Medal of Honor games that came out, the most recent Medal of Honor games before they stopped them all, I hated the fact that they didn't get no play. I really enjoyed myself playing the story mode of those games. Now, I didn't play much of multiplayer.
I played multiplayer, and I dug it too, to where it had a little bit of what people would like about I know you don't like Battlefield, but a lot of things that you don't like about Battlefield weren't in Medal of Honor because we're arcadey. But it felt like Battlefield a little bit. But then it was in smaller maps.
I stopped playing Battlefield when they put a woman in the game. Women don't belong in war. They belong woman in my hot pocket.
They I thought especially the second one. The second one had a stealth section in a car. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, the second one had a stealth section that you liked.
No, it's and I don't even like stealth. I don't like stealth in the games. But like, and then the driving, there were some driving sections. Apparently, the guys, the Burnout team helped with the driving sections in those games. And I just thought that that those were pretty cool games. Now the cutscenes looked disgusting. Like the one dude who was one of the main characters that's on the team, whenever they showed his wife and daughter, it's like, damn, y'all couldn't do no better than that. Like, I mean, I get it, she's French, but still.
Like those EA games too.
Did they look kind of messed up or what?
Yeah, they did not look. They didn't look like.
They looked like they weren't alive.
No, they look like they just like, they look like they were Neanderthals that just made a wish to be human, and it was just like, we just gonna change you a little bit.
It's kind of like in Assassin's Creed 2 when he meets the Contessa in the water, and he's like, "Oh, look at her! She is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen," and she looked like a zombie.
Right. It's something like that. Like it was just like this guy's wife and his child, and they just didn't look right. I was just like, yo, this is the best y'all could pull off. Like, you're at EA. Out of all of EA's resources, you're like, this is what we're doing. I don't know.
But yeah, man, look at us. We're like, oh, let's not have any guests for a while. Let's do all guests in August, and we're like, fuck it. We're gonna be Scarcasm all guests all year.
Yeah,
what's up, Scott?
I mean,
no, not much.
We can do all guests all
into this
year.
new place.
So y'all were talking at the same time. I didn't catch what you said, Scott.
So I just moved into this new place, my new abode.
Okay.
Yeah, little 1-bedroom in like a multicultural area, not the white part of the town now.
You're living by yourself?
Yeah.
I am in the same boat, and let me tell you, this shit sucks.
Yes, it does.
This shit sucks. Well, first of all, let me tell you something.
Tell us something, Scar.
First of all, like when you are used to living with somebody and you've had somebody that you've lived with for years, like just not having someone to just randomly go, hey, look at this. Like,
I was about to say that shit to where, like, I would bet it would be like, you would be scrolling your computer or whatever and then, like, see something. You're like, dude, and you're like, oh, I don't have nobody to show this to.
Right. And then it's just like, okay, so my ex-girlfriend didn't really do a whole lot.
What the fuck?
She didn't really, that's weird. She didn't really do a whole lot, but like there's something different about having someone just there. You know what I mean? Like it's something different, and when you move and you don't have that, and it's just everything is on you. This shit sucked, dog. Like last week I went to Walmart. And like for the first time in a long time, I was counting. Like I was literally counting because I knew that I got bills to pay now. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not splitting bills. They all mine. So like I went to Walmart and I was like, okay, this is $2. this is $6. And I was just like trying to stay in budget because like I have to have a fucking budget now. Who the fuck wants a budget? Like I want to be able to go to Walmart and spend my little $100 like I always do. Because it's very rare that I go in Walmart and I spend less than $100. So like, you know what I mean? So like all of this shit just kind of sucks. And you know, like having freedom is cool, but like having
at what cost?
but being free from everyone fucking sucks.
Yeah, so I'm used to having, a 4 and a 5-year-old running around. Now I have that, and it's like it's too quiet.
Yes,
It's way too quiet.
when I first got separated and they left, the quiet was killer. I mean, it was driving me crazy. Like I had to always have even if I was doing absolutely nothing, just having the TV going or playing music and stuff like that. But it does not equal the noise that that your child makes. And your parental instinct that you have to shed, because your parental instinct is, if it's too quiet, something's fucking wrong.
Yep.
And now it's too quiet all the fucking time. And I've been
going through that. I'm trying to cook just for myself, 6 other people.
Yeah. I made some spaghetti on Sunday. I made some spaghetti on Sunday, and then I made the spaghetti. I left it in the pot. I took some out. I ate, and then I went to go put it into a bowl to be able to put in the bowl and put it in the fridge. And it barely fit in the fucking bowl. Wow. Because I'm like, holy shit, I made too much. I made too much. I made what I normally make, but it's too much for me sitting here by my fucking self.
Oh yeah,
all we have to do with it.
Yeah, it was an adjustment. I mean, I've been here for about a month now, so it's been,
Hey, Chase.
So at the very least, you got stuff on the walls and shit now.
Yeah. Paintings.
I still ain't got nothing on my walls yet.
Where's your ICP shrine?
Rush, I don't have one anymore. I let all that stuff.
I let all that shit go. So,
yeah.
So other than that, I mean, I don't really want to ask this question, but I think I should. How's everything else been?
It's good, man. Just been trying. I can play my backlog of video games now. I've been sitting on for 4 years. Play all the Tomb Raiders and what else was there? Mafia 3.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that some too, but I haven't had a chance to play anything. Yeah, I'm on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I played the other two way back when, but the Shadow I've been sitting on for a while.
I had a bundle. It was $20 for all 3 games. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's how you. They get you,
I said that to myself. Was you know what, self? We are going to try to play some games in this backlog. And I said, you know what? You're right, self. And then every time I turn on my Xbox, I say, self, yeah. You want to just play some 2 Point Hospital? You know what? You're right, dog. That's pretty much how this conversation goes.
I thought you should go to play your backlog. Be like, I'm doing this for the boys. You have your EDG shirt on, AGG, little sippy cup, EDG hat. You're play my backlog, guys.
No, thank you. When we did the backlog draft last, there is 2 games that were on my 3-game backlog draft that I haven't played.
We totally need to do something like that, because I have a stack.
Well, that was Scott's idea, and we talked in the chat. We were going to do Scott's idea until we didn't.
Yeah. Well, we haven't really talked about it that much, but but yeah, because that idea would be play something specifically for the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be cool, because it would get us actually motivated to actually fucking play it.
Yeah. We had some stuff that we had talked about. You know what I think? You know what I think y'all should do? I think Chase should play NBA Live.
That's not even. We're talking about beating games in our backlog, and you want me to play a game that doesn't have any beating.
I want you to play through the story mode.
A game that doesn't exist anymore.
Get through a first season of you can make it 20-something games for the first season, for the season. But I think Chase should create a character and see your character through to the end of a season.
Okay.
I would enjoy watching, and I need you to record it.
All right.
I would love to see that. And scan your face, dog.
Scan my face. Like that?
Scan your face.
You should use the picture here that I have.
Because you know what? When we came up with that idea, that's when I started playing Anthem, because I suggested Anthem. I started playing Anthem, and then the whole thing about Anthem Next getting canceled, I just kind of stopped. But that's when I started playing Anthem. So I know that there was something that I started playing to prepare for that. So I think we should come up with a game, preferably something that is on like a Game Pass that a lot of people would have access to.
The only Anthem I mess with is the Star Spangled Banner.
Damn right.
Have you seen the ding dongs where it's like, suck my Star Spangled Ding Dong? And
no,
because their ding dongs is called Star Spangled Ding Dongs, like the Twinkie thing. It's called Star Spangled Ding Dong.
Okay. I don't know if I want to put nothing called Star Spangled Ding Dongs in my mouth.
You're not American enough.
I've now.
You're not American enough. You're not ready to suck American stick.
No rainbow. I've eaten ding dongs before, but like I just kind of, it's rarely that I would buy something called a ding dong and want to eat it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm fat, so it doesn't sound bad right now, but I'd rather have the lemonade stand Twinkies. Please tell me none of y'all tried the lemonade stand Twinkies? Bruh,
I think a ding dong is like a zinger, except it doesn't have the coconut or whatever on it.
The last special flavored Twinkies I had was like when they were doing that X-Men crossover, and they were like, these are Mystique blueberry Twinkies, and they were complete garbage.
That doesn't sound blueberry. Blueberries and mangoes.
Well, it was a blue filling. I mean, it was a blue. The color of it was blue, but the filling was like a weird strawberry raspberry kind of thing. It was
blue raspberry.
So it was kind of. So
it wasn't very good.
So it was kind of like the Ninja Turtle
with the pie,
with the pies, where it was green, but it was really just vanilla fucking pie. But people swore because it was a different color, it tasted like something else.
See, I remember I had those. I don't remember what they tasted like.
It's a Reptar bar.
It was really just vanilla. That's all it really was. It was vanilla pudding in them shirts. And then that inspired one of my old neighbors to change her science project that year. She changed her project to do foods taste differently if you color them differently. So she took like everyday foods and then added food coloring, changed it to different colors with the control, of course. And it was like interesting for like middle school. Super interesting for fucking middle school.
Like, I wonder if you if you just like make something red, put a label on it that said like Tabasco or something on it, would it still kind of taste a little spicy to you? Just because you put it with your mind.
I think so, because like like how when you would have something that's like Chipotle. And like before you actually had something that's like Chipotle and someone told you it was spicy, and then the first time you tried something with Chipotle, all of a sudden it tasted spicier than you thought it was supposed to taste. I mean, it tasted spicier than it actually really was, because you were expecting something.
Right. Like Chipotle Ranch is not spicy at all, basically.
Exactly. But before you have Chipotle, you think that it's spicy, or some people say that it's spicy. So like you go to eat it, and then you're like, what the fuck? This, like I taste the spice, and then like you have it a second time, and you're just like, it's not spicy at all. I'm fucking tripping. Mind over matter, my niggas. All right. So do y'all want? Okay, we can talk games. I have one game that I've been playing. I have one game that I've been playing.
I've really only played one game that I don't play regularly. So rather than that, nah.
Yeah, I real simple for me. They added a sandbox mode to 2 Point Hospital, so the few times during the week that I do get to play games, I pretty much played that. I am pretty much, I guess I'm done for now on Outriders. It's just not getting better, and I hope that they can fix the game, but they are losing people at such an alarming rate that I'm just not interested in going back. I will probably end up going back to the Division instead.
I would go back to the Division if I wasn't so far behind.
And that's the thing in like this climate, like you can't have anything lackluster, and like you're not going to have a dedicated. It's not going to have a cult following. You know what I mean? Like that shit doesn't happen anymore. Like you can't be like, oh man, I remember playing Fear 2, and like only like 50 other players were playing it. But you know,
but if you know you played Fear 2, but have you played Fear? But Sam, I had a character. You said you were too far behind.
You said you started over, right?
Yep, I deleted a character and started over. So, like, if you know, I'm always down for some Division. Like, I'm always down. So, if you
I think what scared me off was like those giant drones that started popping up everywhere. They would just like destroy me with like one torpedo.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
And I was just like, I ain't messing with this no more.
Yep, I understand. But you know, get good. Scott, what have you been playing? You said you mentioned trying to get to your backlog.
I did end up picking a Series S. So I've been playing State of Decay 2 at 60 frames per second, and it's fucking beautiful.
Wow. Because that game was not beautiful originally.
No. So I got the Series S, and I've got my 4 games loaded on it, and it's full. So was it State of Decay, Call of Duty, Cold War, Madden, and NBA? And it's full.
Well, all those except for maybe State of Decay are very large games.
Yeah.
Because like
5, I got MLB The Show on there too.
Yeah, I've heard that's very big too. But yeah, because I just finished the Modern Warfare campaign because I was like, dude, this has got to get finished because it's a short game, and I just wanted it for the multiplayer or the single player, and it's taking 200 gigs of my hard drive.
Jeez. Yeah, you know why? Because they add that Warzone crap on it. That's why.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I still have my original Xbox One. I don't have a S. I don't have an X. I ain't got none of that shit. And I have a 2 terabyte drive attached to my and like I get a little self-conscious. I'm like, shit, I only got 238 gigs left. I need to delete some shit.
Yeah, that's how I'm with the PlayStation 4 now, because I remember my PlayStation hard drive went out, and I was like, well, this is a chance just to get a big hard drive, so I got a 2 terabyte in that. So it went from 500 gigs to 2 terabytes, so it's like 4 times as big as it was before. So
yeah, I'm on a hunt for a PS4, and I can't find any. I've been looking for like 2 months now.
You should have talked to me, because remember, I bought Pooh Bear a PS4 for Christmas, and that was the hardest fucking thing ever to do. I had to go to Sony's website, and you had to basically not bid on one, but you had to show up at a certain time when they had an allotment of them and wait in a digital line for them to call your number for you to be able to get one of these. And the first time I did it, it was like, oh, we're sold them all for the day. Try again tomorrow. And then like Sherry had to wake up early in the fucking morning. She woke up at like 5 something to be there early enough to buy this fucking thing for Pooh Bear. Like it's real deal with PS4s. And I'm just kind of like, shouldn't everyone be worried about a 5 at this point? Like,
well, at the store I work at, we've been sold out of everything except for like Switch lights. That's all we have left.
So yeah, we got a shipment of 8 PlayStations in, and I was going to grab one, and went in the next day, they're all gone. was like
we don't even have controllers. Like people have been dying for controllers.
I've been looking on GameStop.
Well, I do have a series. I think they call it the Core controller now. So I got one for my PC. I do like it a lot. So.
But,
Those new controllers are pretty
Show off. Fucking jerk. I got one, but I got it from my PC because.
Well, I mean, the
grab my two
controllers
that I got.
the controllers are pretty. Well, at least when I was looking for them, were pretty easy to get for the Xbox.
the newer Xbox ones, we have a lot of those, like the controllers.
Yeah.
Aren't they interchangeable?
Yes, yeah, you can play
They
it on the Xbox One. Yeah.
Okay.
Really, you can? I've been telling people no. I've been telling people fuck off.
Well, you don't know. You're just a Target employee. I mean,
I got something to show
hey.
off. I
You're
just
not
got it the
supposed
other
to.
day.
He doesn't want you to say where he works.
oh,
Y'all supposed to have beef.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mess you up, Scott.
You and Scott got beef.
Scott
Well,
didn't even pay attention.
well,
Scott's not paying attention.
nobody just. I was left out on.
You got the headset.
Yes, this is nice.
I've
Is
heard
that the Xbox one? The Xbox
Yes.
What's calling Captain Mike one day when him and I were playing the Division, he had it connected to the console and his phone. So like he was talking to Chase on Discord through his phone, and he was talking to me through the Xbox. Me and Chase couldn't hear each other, but he could hear both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't. Bad Father Figures. They didn't really care for that headset. They were kind of trashing it.
Well, they
I like it. I got that Dolby it's like 18 US or something like that.
Atmos.
Yes, and that is like night and day. You can hear the footsteps from any direction. It's great.
But apparently, with what they were figuring out, because remember, we were playing the Division a lot around the time when they first got it.
Yeah.
And if more than one of them in the party had one, then shit sounded funny to them. It didn't. They both sounded perfectly fine when we were all in the chat together, but they sounded funny to each other.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing, but I think that's something that they may have patched out because that was pretty early. I think it might have been a.
Yeah, I think they got them day one. I think.
Yeah, that was right when they first came out. So hopefully they did do some updates and all that kind of shit. So okay, so Sam, what you been playing?
Picked up Paper Mario, the Origami King.
I don't know anything about Paper Mario.
That's an RPG, right?
It's an RPG. Yeah.
I got a Switch I never use. So what's good with Paper Mario?
It's okay. I mean, it's kind of like it's Mario. It's Nintendo. It's kind of like a kiddie version of an RPG. It's like a my first RPG. You know, it was all right. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. It's Mario and Luigi are on their way to a party at the princess's castle, and yeah, shit just goes south out of nowhere, and it's like there's this dude called the Origami King, and he wants to turn everybody's already paper. He wants to turn them into origami. He wants to fold everybody folded, and to fold to his will, and even like kidnaps Bowser at one point. And
he kidnapped Bowser?
Yeah, he folded up Bowser pretty good, like an envelope. And Bowser's just wandering around like he's like Mario, get me down from here, help.
You know what? That would be a cool ass scene if it wasn't Kitty. Like he would show up and be like, "Bowser, I'm gonna fold your bitch ass," and like, you know what I mean? Like, and like the Origami King shows up and he talks like the Juggernaut in the Juggernaut bitch video. Like that would be fucking. That would be fucking hilarious. Like, I'll beat your ass, Mario. I'll beat your ass with Mario. Like that type of shit. Like that's what I would be here for if it wasn't Kitty. Like someone needs to make a game like that, but not for kids.
Or we just make a playthrough and we talk over it and make it not Kelly.
Yeah, I totally should, because I was giving them voices and everything. I was giving everybody a voice, except for Mario. Mario doesn't talk.
Now you got to be careful with the voices. Chase found out the hard way.
Oh yeah, why?
He was playing those games where you could read stuff, those little RPGs, and then he had his lady and her friend do sexy anime girl voices, and the creepers came out.
Wow. Yeah.
And then when I was like, well, maybe everybody will watch my streams if I just play something else. Dead.
Dead as a doornail. Ain't nobody show up.
So whenever I play Animal Crossing, I give all the animals voices. Like I give Tom Nook a mobster voice. You know, he's like, "Hey, I'm Tom Nook. You should come down to my restaurant in Secaucus, New Jersey. I got garlic knots, got all kinds of stuff. Celebrities come in all the time. Monica Bellucci comes in all the time. Danny Aiello comes in all the time.
Wait. So Tom Nook is Rodney Dangerfield?
I get no respect.
No respect for these acorns.
No, yeah, I try to do a little because he's a mobster. Come on, man. I mean, that should be obvious to everybody.
Yeah, like a fucking gabagoose over there.
Yeah. He's like, you ain't got my bells? I'll break your kneecaps, bust your kneecaps.
I mean, technically, Tom Nook could talk like Big Worm, and it would still fit. It would still fit. If Tom Nook talked like Big Worm,
playing with my emotions,
playing with my acorns, is playing with my. I don't know anything about acorns and no shit like that. But like what is the currency?
So the currency is bells.
Bells. Playing with my bells. It's like playing with my emotions, Smokey. That is 300 bells. Don't play with me. Time to get some rollers. You know Tom Nook is a nigga, so it don't matter. Tom Nook is that nigga who went to Harvard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, he come back to the hood and be like, I mean, I got these bells, dog. What you trying to do? Okay, Paper Mario. I'm sorry.
Paper Mario, so somehow you blast off, like you get away from the chaos. You get away from the castle or else the Origami King's going to mess you up. So at some point, some explosion. Oh yeah, you get blasted out of the sky. I think I don't even remember. It's been a few days. So and then you land like somewhere in the kingdom, and you have to make your way back to the castle. And then you go through all this weird stuff, and then the Goombas are chasing you, and the Shy Guys, and then you have to do the RPG battle style or whatever. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's okay. It's a good starter. It's like a good RPG starter for kids.
Is it turn based?
Which one's turn-based? I'm not really an RPG guy.
Turn-based is when you're not just hitting stuff.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You go back and forth and take turns on stuff. Shut up, Jace. I don't know. Maybe you turn around. I don't know.
He's gonna mute his microphone and be like, "Fuck you, Jace." Fuck you. Well. Anybody talked about any? Have we all talked about games?
Did Scott say what he was playing?
Yes.
Yeah. State of K2.
Oh, okay.
I tried playing MLB The Show, but I couldn't figure out how to create my own player for that Road to the Show.
Oh, you gotta before you get to Road to the Show, you gotta do it outside of that. Like, you can't start Road to the Show without or else you'll be Joe Random.
Okay, that's why I was like, how am I supposed to create my character for this?
Yeah, I went through that with because I streamed it live and I was like, what the fuck?
Have you? Can you make a DH?
I don't think so. I think maybe if you play bad enough, they'll be like, yeah, you just give me that glove. You don't need that glove no more.
Yeah, just like, dog, I just want to hit. Like, I'm not here to throw no balls.
Like
I'm not here to catch no balls. I'm here to
anything to do with balls. Yeah, I ain't messing with that.
I ain't doing nothing but hitting the ball with this bat.
I do like on that game how they have the different settings you can do all the stuff. Like you can do the auto fielding and one.
Oh, that's auto fielding because like I'm having trouble, man.
Yeah, I was playing through the tutorial or something. You can set it for.
They changed the fielding. Is like I was like, what? Because that's when I played was 2012, and like there's been a lot of changes since then. Because it's like you have to aim the thing with the right stick and then hit the trigger at a certain point. I don't know.
And then of course the biggest change is on Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then apparently a lot of people are weirded out when they play the game and they see the PlayStation logo because it's actual PlayStation game.
Look, I like my console American. I ain't with this Japanese Sony.
You know what? I am not going to add anything to that because anything I add to that can come across as very racist. So I am going to not say anything else when it comes to that. I think that is a good idea for everyone. So I know we talked a little bit in the beginning about what I've watched. I will say this. I talked about the Jupiter stuff, but Invincible is fucking great, bruh. Invincible is so fucking dope. It's on Prime for anybody who, and like all these superhero shows, and like with that and The Boys and Falcon and Winter Soldier, and okay. I can tell what kind of person you are by how you talk about that show. If you say The Falcon and The Winter Soldier, I don't think we can be friends. Like, I don't think when you talk about it, if you add the thes, I'm not sure we can be cool. Like, we can, it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, that's the only way to talk about it. Like, that's like saying the Walmart. Like, it's like,
Walmart.
To me, it's like saying the Walmart or the Target or,
the MySpace.
Or the cancer. And like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, the sugar. Like, like some of this stuff you have to say it like that. You can't say like the cancer. It has to be like, Southern Belle, the cancer. But it's something weird about that. Like, I can't say, like, saying it straight. I have to actually concentrate to say it straight. So like, if I say the sugar, like I can't really like that.
What about some sugar?
Pour some sugar on me. I tried to explain to my my coworker, and she looked at me with such disgust that I explained to her that there's a difference in strip clubs, and she's just like, "No, strip clubs are just strip clubs." I was like, "No. There's a difference. There's differences between strip clubs. You have to specify. Is it a pour some sugar on me strip club? Or is it a pop that pussy strip club? Because those are two different kinds of strip clubs. And I need to know which one I'm going to if I'm going to the strip club."
Are you playing Pour Some Sugar on Me, or are you playing Show Enough? One of those two. One of those two is happening.
I can't do some Pour Some Sugar on Me. Like, I don't want to see that, dog. I'm sorry. If I go to a strip club, I need to go to a pop that pussy strip club. But here's the thing.
Those Pours of Sugar on Me ones are the ones that are called things like the watering hole.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, the Pour Some Sugar on Me strip clubs are like places where I don't feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, the guy we've been making fun of this whole time about the, little America, like, that guy goes to the Pour Some Sugar on Me.
You mean Chase's cable guy?
Yeah, Chase's cable guy.
His internet guy.
His internet dude. That is the guy that goes to the Pour Some Sugar on Me. And I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Pour Some Sugar on Me. So, look, my last girlfriend was my first white girlfriend, and she's probably going to be my last white girlfriend. Just saying. I don't think once you go white, you'll probably go back. So yeah, I don't know. But I will say, the Falcon and Winter Soldier was good, but like people are just kind of nitpicking this shit to death, and I guess that's just some nerd shit.
Did you? Amber, go ahead. I'm gonna ask you a question about this. There's one part in particular that I had a problem with.
Okay, what's the problem?
The very end, when he takes Isaac to the museum or whatever, and he shows him that stuff, I'd be like, this is not what I wanted.
Well, here's the thing. I thought that.
I'm saying if I was Isaac, I'd be like,
yeah, no. I thought that too. I thought that too, but I think what he did was set it up as if he was some mythical hero that time forgot, and not like, okay, this dude is still here, because you don't make a bronze statue out of somebody who's still here.
No, it was just like they treated him like garbage. They took his dignity. They locked him up for years, and then it's like, okay, well, I would like an apology. I would like some kind of payback or something. I don't know. It was just kind of weird.
But also, he started to come around when he actually saw him as Captain America, because he told him before he made that decision for himself, like, ain't no self-respecting black man should ever hold that shield. Like, and you know what? I felt that shit. I was like, you know what? He kind of right though. And even Falcon was like, he kind of right though. But he was just like, well, if this is going to happen, it has to happen my way type thing. And that was his decision. And then when he saw him on TV, he kind of came around like, oh, that boy good. Like, you know, like he did. So he started to come around when he saw him on TV as a
you have to remember, I saw this thing at 2 a.m. when I was like half asleep. So
yeah, there was a part where he was watching what was happening on TV, and you could tell he was starting to come around at that point. So by the time we get to the statue, it didn't seem like this is not something that I want. It was more of a finally they see me is what I got from it. Yeah, that's.
So he didn't go like he's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how I felt about it. I mean, I think I only have one criticism of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Without the pandemic storyline that they had to cut out because of the fucking pandemic.
Yeah, it looked like they started going that way, and all of a sudden it was just gone.
Yeah, they had to cut that storyline because of shooting restrictions due to the actual pandemic.
Yeah.
But without that, Carly just seemed flat to me.
It kind of.
I just didn't.
Her goal was never made clear. I mean, did you? If they had come out and said, "Yes, I liked it the way it was. Let's go kill half the population." Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
But it's like
that didn't happen though.
It's like the thing about it was like her flip flopping on power to the people, fuck those people. Like, you know what I mean? Like that just didn't sit right with me. And then, like, it didn't sit right with her people either. Because towards the end, where she started to say the line, and they didn't respond, and she had to give them she looked at them basically like how your dad looks when he says something to you and you're not paying attention. Like, you can look. You listen to me, boy. Like she basically she gave them that look, and it was like, okay, So we not just gonna say it, like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all just not gonna say it, but like,
let's sing the school song.
Yeah, let's sing the school song. So like that part, and there was a leak from the script. There's a leak from the script.
Yeah, it's been popping up.
Okay. I mean, like, we all hear that. So, Because Chase never mutes his mic. Because he says that the mic doesn't record him when he mutes that mic, but it doesn't mute it here, so we can hear what's going on. So, like, if it was something wrong that she was going to say, like Chase, my water broke, we would have just heard it all. It's just like I hope you got your mouth ready because it's juicy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if she would have said that, we would have heard it. And I'm not sure that we want to hear that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I want you to eat me like a chipmunk with rabies. Like, if she would have said that to you, like, we all would have heard it. I hate you. Yeah. So, but if you haven't watched Invincible, watch that shit. That's all I'm saying. If you haven't watched Invincible, watch that shit. If only for the comedy, because for the motherfucker to be named Invincible, he gets his ass whooped a lot. And it's on Prime. So yeah, so if you got Prime, you can watch Invincible, or if you got a Fire Stick, do that. And then I've been watching a show on Hulu called Sherman Showcase. I thought that was fun. It was a fun afternoon.
Shimmer, the Sheenian.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, Chase.
Yeah.
Your pills.
Yeah, so I think those are things that I watched recently, and I'm just trying to get back into enjoying watching TV again, because mostly I just watch YouTube, and that's been going great so far. But I kind of want to get back and watch some TV. So there's that. Anybody else want to go next?
I've been watching a lot of wrestling related shit, but not wrestling.
Wrestling related, but not.
Have you been watching Dark Side of the Ring or what?
Watch that, the biographies, and Young Rock.
Young Rock just never looked interesting to me, bro.
Well, all I can say is it's not accurate at all for the time frame.
It's really not, because like all those people in one place at the same time, that never
Like,
happened.
talking about like Macho Man and
Andre and like Iron Sheik was never
Dog.
Iron Sheik was never that pumped. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The only thing I can say, the dude that got to play The Rock in college looks like a young Rock. But other than that, it's like, I was just watching it for like inaccuracies.
I mean, it is a TV show, like how they did with the Wu-Tang show. With the Wu-Tang show, there was a lot.
You know how you tell how old The Rock is?
Don't get me started on that Wu-Tang show. Go ahead, Chase. Tell us.
How you use carbon dating.
Oh, yeah? Do you flip them over and look at the rings?
You said carbonating instead of carbon dating.
I said carbon dating.
That is not what you said. You said carbonating.
I did not.
You said carbonating.
I would not say carbonation on fucking talking about carbon dating.
Motherfucker, that's not what you said.
One time I came across a log, I turned it over. It was a little stick. I said, this log had a child.
Trying to think what else I've watched. Caught Up on The Walking Dead.
You still watching that shit?
Yes. Yes. Last season of Walking Dead is actually pretty good.
It's still on, is the better question.
And I actually like Fear the Walking Dead better than the regular Walking Dead.
I watched the first season of Fear.
It's a totally different show now. And like it's basically like a soft reboots of stuff every season. Like they're in a new location, new,
The chick from Orange is the New Black died, right? In the first season?
Madison or... No, not Madison.
No, she was like a nurse or some shit like that in the first season.
Yeah, she died, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's only one... Oh, well, no, there's 3 people left from when the show began. Kind of like The Walking Dead, there's only like 2 now. But it's like a whole new cast, whole new setting.
I don't know how they could keep that going, but like, I think I'm
going to be sick.
Okay.
Shit spoiled.
What's spoiled?
What are you talking about?
The show. He said someone died.
In the first, I said I only watched the first season. You know how many fucking seasons there are, bro? I think you'll live. I really think you live. Like, I've only watched the first season.
What's bad about all this now is they have like the 3 shows. And
wait, there's 3 shows?
Yes, there's another one that's called was it World Beyond the Walking Dead? And it's following these little kids. Well, not little, they're like teenagers, but they're supposed to be they were like 4 or 5 when all this stuff started. They've been sheltered in like this college that's never been overran. They actually go out into the world, and it's like that part that's setting up the Rick movies that are coming out.
Hold up. That sounds like some young adult novel type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it sounds like that shit sound like fucking Hunger Games, the Walking Dead show. Like, no. Like, who wants to watch that shit? I mean, obviously you have, but like, who wants to watch that show?
Like I said, it wasn't that great. Like I said, I'm just watching it because it's setting up the movies that are coming out.
Yeah, I know they were supposed to be doing a movie about Rick. There's more than one movie?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 movies, but who knows how they're going to do that now. But
you know, Robert
people who took Rick are like the villains of this show.
Okay, but then, but what you call it? Invincible is his too.
Yeah, Robert Kirkman.
Yeah. So, and they changed some things in Invincible because I know what happened in the comics. But the voice cast of Invincible is fucking fantastic. I mean, they do really good as far as casting his stuff.
Yeah.
The casts are really good. But sometimes, you know, they're at the farm for 2 seasons and you're like, why the fuck are we still here?
So, yeah, I think because with The Walking Dead, they time jumped to like 6 years after Rick disappeared. So, like, his little daughters are grown up now and everything else. It's a totally different show, and it's actually pretty good now.
I don't think I'll ever be back. I don't. I was interested until I think I stopped at like season 6 or so, and it just started getting a little weird. And like it just started to. It felt like it just kept dragging.
I stopped around the time that dude, it came out that dude wasn't like, didn't know the cure or something, and he had the big redhead dude.
That was the first season.
That ain't the first season.
That is the first season. That's the end of the first season. When they were at the CDC?
There was a guy that like had this dude with the mullet, and he was like,
"Oh, that guy." Where you found out that he lied. I can't think of his name. I know what you're talking about.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Eugene. That's his name.
That's around the time that it's not that we stopped for any reason. I think we stopped because it wasn't on Netflix anymore, and then we never went back. It was too new. It wasn't on Netflix yet, and we never went back. We were just off of it for a while, and we didn't really stop because we didn't like it. We stopped. It's kind of like how we stop video games for no reason. We're like, that's a good game. Why did I stop? Because something else got out.
Life. I mean, you got 2 kids. You know, shit's fucked up, dog.
Yeah, I got like, because that's why I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to play Destiny or Valheim or golf with the Bad Fodder Figure guys or whatever, because I have like an hour to game. Might as well spend it with some friends rather than playing like an hour worth of a thing.
Chase, if you have time to be sitting up at their stream, which you do, then you have time to play games. Because every time I listen to it, they're always like, "Oh, Chase is in the building."
Oh, you sound like a boss. Are you a supervisor at work? You basically hit him with, "If you got time to lean, you got time to clean." That's basically what you just said to him. Are you a supervisor, sir?
I should be. No, every time I listen to it, they're like, "Oh, well, Chase is here." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I do hang out in the show sometimes, but the last couple times, I would like start it, and I would fall asleep like 10 minutes in. So they would say Chase is here, but I'm not really there. But
it's okay. They just spend half their time making fun of Matt. It's all right.
Yeah. Scorekeeper.
That's all you got, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else got anything else before we wrap this up?
Well, I got
because obviously Chase got to go soon.
I don't gotta go soon.
Shit.
But we are pretty much we're caught up on Marvel. The only thing we have to watch now is Spider-Man Far From Home, and we can start watching WandaVision and Falcon afterwards together. Doesn't know I watched it without her, but
dirty motherfucker.
Well, I mean, it was like months and months
like,
and months. I was like waiting till it like started, and I was like, dude, I would like to have some to talk about it on the show. So I went ahead. I was just kind of like half watching it at work, but like, but I got the gist of it. You know? So I'll really sit down and watch it. But I really did dig both of them. But I did play something on the Xbox. I played The Messenger. That's a really good little platformer type game. It's got a lot of humor that's hilarious.
But what you find funny and what I find funny are two very different things. So I don't know if I can take your word.
Well, there was a part where like you go to the shopkeeper and then you go up to the cabinet and then he says, "Don't touch the cabinet." You keep touching the cabinet, he will like get really mad, and finally he's like, I'm going to tell you this boring ass fucking story. And guess what? You're not going to be able to skip these motherfuckers. You can't hit the button to skip the motherfuckers. I'm going to tell you this whole shit. And he starts talking about like game development or something, and you have to go through it. And then after he's done with his whole story, and you mess with the cabinet again, and he's like, God. And then like you get an achievement for that. And I didn't even know you get an achievement. I was just being an asshole to the shopkeeper.
You just proved my point.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of reminds me, like in the Outer Worlds, like there's like a chef that you go and like bother, and then the first time you go talk to him, he turns around, and he's like, "Oh, I almost peed my pants."
Yeah, it's just like the don't touch that dude in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say anything other than variations on don't touch that.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't stop and tell you a fucking story that you can't skip.
Yeah. Because before and that's kind of a secondary joke because before, like, the shopkeeper gave you this block of text that you had to read, and your guy was like, dude, that's way too much text for a text box. But then so if you mess with his thing, he'll give you way too much text for the text box. But yeah, the comment and stuff is like super, responsive and stuff, and it's got banging hook. You like chiptune?
I don't.
Is that all?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's it for me. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, well,
else?
I was gonna go. I was waiting for Chase to shut up.
Okay, I can talk more about being a messenger.
Go for it.
Actually, I'd say one more thing. I clicked this game and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna play the messenger," and my son was like, "Is this a game about Facebook?" I was like, really? There's other meanings of messenger than just Facebook Messenger.
Like AOL Instant Messenger.
I hate you. Yep.
Okay, so let me tell you guys what I've been watching.
Okay.
All right. Oh, first, I kind of quit watching Superman and Lois. I forgot why. I think I just got too busy. But I think I was on episode 4. I think I don't know.
They stopped because they had to go back and do some more shoots. So they put Supergirl in its place for a while, and then it's going to come back. So you can
back in May or in the May, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I was okay with it. There were just a few things that I found nitpicky that I think I told Scar about.
Yes.
And Scar was just like, that's just how it goes.
You're watching Lois
CW show.
No, Superman and Lois.
Yeah. There's some nitpicky things about it, but I just kind of let it go because I really like that dude as Superman.
Yeah, he does a good Superman.
And just released some pictures of him in the older costume. They're doing a flashback episode. Like, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
He's got the Fletcher costume on.
Oh, from the old cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I actually started watching Smallville. Mostly, I've been trying to go back and watch old shows that I missed because, like, there was a period where I was working nights a lot, and I missed so much. And there's like so many shows that people reference now that I'm like, I don't know. Like I never watched that.
Right.
Like Lost is what I'm listening. I'm going back and listening to this podcast I used to listen to years ago, and they're talking about Lost, and I'm like, I'm lost on Lost. I don't know what the fuck is going on. You guys are going on about some smoke monster and this and Locke, and it's not really Locke. They call him Unlock. There's a bunch of crap that I'm just like, I'm so confused. But I'm going to start watching that pretty soon. Let's see. So I started watching Smallville. It's okay. I didn't know it was Monster of the Week. I didn't know the kryptonite affected the town so much.
Yeah, it was like that. What, the first 2 or 3 seasons, and
Yes.
after that,
It was just like, man, these kids are messed up. Why have they never seek therapy?
Yeah, they're. It's very Monster of the Week in the beginning, but when it changes, it changes. It changes and it's really good for a little bit. Then it gets really fucking stupid. And then season 6, it all pops off. Like, as soon as you get to season 6, you're just like...
Yeah, I heard there's like some Justice League stuff, and Amanda Waller is Pam Grier.
The guy from
You know what you
fucking...
just said? You basically just did the JRPG thing. Right, Scar, where you're like season 6, because you're like just keep with it. 20 hours in, it fucking opens up.
No. I said it got pretty good. Once you get past the first, you really got to get past the first couple seasons. Then it gets really good for a stretch. Then it gets really dumb for a little bit, and then it picks back up.
Yeah, I hear that after the main cast leaves, it's kind of like, why is the show still on?
Actually,
like, doesn't Lex Luthor leave? Lana, don't they all just go?
Well, when
all right. If it's spoilery, then
by the time Lana leaves, you're ready for her to fucking go.
yeah.
I didn't know that she was that fake Chun-Li girl. I didn't know that.
Yes, she was.
I was like, yeah, it's the fake Chun-Li. Okay, cool.
Yes, very much so. So like I said, by the time she leaves, you are 100% ready for her to fucking go. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you're just like, all right, bye.
I do like that Martha Kent is played by the woman who played Lana in the Superman 3.
Yes.
That was cool.
Yep, and that was cool.
And the dad was one of the fucking Dukes of Hazzard, man.
Oh, that's where I've seen him. I was like, I've seen this dude before.
Yeah, that's still my favorite on-screen Jonathan.
Yes, because fucking what's his name? The one who played him in the movie.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner was fucking stupid. Like,
I hated his very. Oh, that really. No, I was like, here, I'll show him. I'll die.
His
I'll
death,
teach him a lesson.
His death was so fucking stupid, bro.
Yeah.
like you didn't have to die here.
Just to teach your son a lesson.
Just to teach him a lesson, and that's
I'll show him. Huh?
I'm just gonna fucking die. Like I'm gonna say the fucking dog, and then I'm just gonna fucking die.
See how you like them apples. I was Robin Hood, damn it. Men in tights.
That's stupid.
No, yeah, Smallville's pretty. It's pretty good. I don't know how I missed this show. I think because at the time I was just like, well, that sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah, but I will say the Justice League stuff is very underwhelming.
Really?
Yes.
Extremely underwhelming.
The Justice Society stuff's better.
You know the. Have you ever seen Blue Mountain State?
I think I watched like a little bit of that.
You know the asshole dude that the guy Thad that was like the linebacker. He was just kind of crazy and just kind of stupid.
No, not really.
Okay, don't worry about it. But that guy's Aquaman. And they were going to do an Aquaman spinoff show with him, and it was just like,
no, actually, it was a guy who played Green Arrow. Was Aquaman in the spinoff? They filmed a pilot for it.
Was it? Yeah,
the kid who played Green Arrow in that show was Aquaman in this pilot that they filmed.
Yeah, they were gonna do that, but that dude played Aquaman, and it was just like, you're like the same guy. It's like it's funny.
He's playing the same character again, basically in Titans.
Yeah, it's like he's Steve Martin, where he's basically the same guy in everything. He just kind of or Bill Murray, where he's just
he's
Bill Murray,
like a Dubro. He's like a Dubro.
Yeah,
he's like that playing Hawk in the Titans TV series.
Yeah, he's just weird, but. I really, really enjoyed Smallville. In fact, I think I still have, like, of course, once I moved, I found all of my DVDs, and I totally still have all of my Smallville DVDs.
See, I do. I'm missing season 8 and 9. I got the other ones.
So I hear he never actually puts on the suit. He just skulks around in like a trench coat or something.
I can't. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
That's what I've heard is like he just puts on like an undercoat or some kind of looking like a Ninja Turtle, and the Ninja Turtles go out. You know,
there's one point where he kind of Zods the whole thing.
Okay.
He's wears different things.
I do like how in the pilot they show that like he can't, you know, because they think he's so like in love with Lana that he just falls over and stuff. It's because she has a kryptonite necklace, and that's really cool. I thought that was pretty smart.
It sucks.
Just wait to the end of Lana, and it's just they're going to take that to the extreme, and it's going to be fucking stupid. It's really going to be fucking stupid. Like I said, by the time Lana leaves, you are 100% ready for her to fucking go.
It sucks that one of them is like in a cult or something.
Yeah, the chick who played Chloe was in a cult or some shit. And the guy who plays Lex in the show does podcasts, and he does podcasts about her.
About her being in a cult?
Yes.
Allison Mack?
Yes. She was in some sort of.
I saw her before on something else.
But she was in, like, in real life, she was in like some human trafficking cult type shit.
Yeah, I think I heard one of those podcasts was talking about how she showed up at his house, like, or chick another dude, and they were like intimidating him, like taking over his house and everything. He's like,
I think that dude plays a good Lex.
I like him as Lex. I would rather have had him as Lex Luthor in Supergirl other than John Cryer.
Yeah.
Well, they give it to John Cryer because he was like Lenny Luthor in Superman 4.
Uh-huh.
I kind of wish those two would have met up in that crossover event if they could have got.
The Crisis?
Rosenbaum.
Yes.
And so you'd be like, what the fuck?
You didn't want dude from Zombieland?
Oh, Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah.
No, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy forever. And, yep, fuck that guy forever. Did he actually show up he wasn't around in the Snyder Cut or anything, right?
I
haven't watched it yet.
I don't have HBO. I don't have HBO, so I don't. Well, you're a Superman fanboy, so it's okay.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's better than a theatrical cut, but it's not worth sitting 4 hours.
I just think it's stupid how, and I keep going back to the same thing. Like, everybody is piling on Joss Whedon and making the Snyder Cut seem like it's better than what it actually is, when Snyder had one thing going for him. He had the benefit of hindsight.
And it's not like he made these amazing movies before he did that. Like,
exactly.
Like what? Like,
right? That's what he did.
Like, you know, The Watchmen wasn't good. The fucking what was it? The Dawn of the Dead remake wasn't good. I mean, everything. I mean, some people like maybe nostalgic for it if they were young enough not to know the originals.
Here's the thing about his Watchmen. It was pretty much as close as you can get to the comic book. That being said, the comic book was fucking boring.
Yes.
That's kind of how the movie came out.
Because before that movie came out, I bought the comic book, and I said to myself often, what the fuck is this shit?
I mean, like, if they had changed it up and made it more action-y or made it something like the X-Men in the movie, then yeah, okay. You're doing something different. Like, you're going shot by shot pretty much of a comic book that I really liked. I just don't want to see that on film.
Yeah.
It just seems too slow-paced to make a movie out of.
The thing about the comic book or the graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, that bothered me so much is that I did not give a fuck about that pirate story or whatever, that like side story in there that's like runs through the whole fucking thing. I could not care less about that.
In the sequel, Doomsday Clock, there's another something like that, but it's like an old 1940s movie, the film noir movies with like a detective and stuff. It's pretty much the same kind of thing. And like every time it starts in the comic, I was like, read ahead. I don't want to read this shit.
Exactly.
I remember I was watching in college. We were having our film club, and somebody brought that fucking 8-hour edition. Not literally 8 hours, but that long cut. And every time we were sitting in the little auditorium, every time that pirate crap came on, the whole audience just groaned like,
I said, the Snyder Cut, the only thing better about it is they expanded more on Cyborg.
Yeah, that was cool, but like
that's the best part of it.
But the Snyder just went in and just was just Snyder. He Snydered it up like it's like, okay, the movie is going to open with Superman screaming for 5 minutes.
And why does everything look like it has a brown glaze?
And then like there's like another part where like the Scandinavian women were like staring off into the ocean and singing for like 10 minutes. I was like,
why is this going on?
Why is this happening?
Why?
Yeah, this makes me glad I don't have HBO.
What else did I?
I did watch Mortal Kombat. Speaking of HBO,
yeah, I watched it too. It was cool.
Awesome.
It was cool.
That was awesome.
I didn't the twist at the end. I didn't expect that to happen. What I was expecting it to be the daughter. When he gets pulled back, I was like, "Oh, the daughter has the power." No, it's him.
No spoilers. No, don't spoil it because I may actually try to get around to that. I found a workaround. I just got to actually do it. So I'm going to watch that. So don't spoil me.
It's good. It's probably one of the better video game adaptations.
I mean, that's not saying much.
It's weird. The dude that plays Jax is all big and buff, but he was Jimmy Olsen in Supergirl.
You mean Steve Harvey?
No. What? Steve Harvey.
I'll say the motherfucker look like Steve Harvey.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, what Supergirl are you talking about?
somebody put a picture of him and then just put Steve Harvey's face over him, and it didn't look any different at all.
But that almost had a Steve Harvey mustache.
Welcome to Family Feud, y'all. I'm your man, Steve Harvey.
But yeah, I'll say a little bit about that again. But yeah, I thought that the beginning and stuff looked like they shot it like with really, really nice cameras, and they did a lot to make it look very, very well shot and artsy.
What, Justice League?
No, Mortal Kombat. And then like the middle, they kind of.
I think it fell apart at some point.
So it looks like it was theatrical cameras from the beginning, and then in the middle it looks like it was shot on someone's iPhone.
Yes, and it was kind of boring in the middle, but then it kicks back up. So, but I would say just stick with it.
I also didn't know Cabal was from Brooklyn.
From Brooklyn?
No, he has a straight Brooklyn accent. The actor does.
Kind of like what you call it in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, the Bill Burr with
Bill Burr
from the planet Boston.
Yeah, from the planet Boston. From the planet Boston.
No, what else did I watch real quick? Picked up on season 3 of Star Trek Discovery just because I got a Paramount trial, and I was like, I'm going to make the best of these 7 days. I'm going to watch all this crap. And so far, it's pretty good. I had some friends who didn't like Discovery, but I like it. I think it's cool.
I do a side podcast where I do a show where we review a TV show. Right now we're doing this TV show Oz. And someone suggested that we do Enterprise, and I'm like, no, thank you. I liked Enterprise at the time, but I'm not going back.
I didn't like it when I first watched it. I've been watching I started it over. I was like, you know what, this show is not as bad as I remember. But it just kind of like, I don't want to watch this again. I don't want to go through this all again.
Yeah, I would probably just watch a Cliff Notes version. Like I got bored one day and I started watching these videos about how Orange is the New Black ended for a bunch of different characters, and it showed like a bunch of different characters, their arcs through the whole thing. And I was like, I'm so glad that you have this here, so I don't have to watch this.
Well, with Enterprise, the only episode you need to watch is the one where T'Pol has to decontaminate, and she has to undress and get in that steam room or whatever. It's the only thing you need to watch.
Yeah, I lost interest in T'Pol when I realized she won't black. Like she looked like she might be mixed.
She really does. Like look at the actress Jolene Blaylock. She really does look like she's mixed.
Yeah, but no, she ain't got no black in her. So fuck her.
Maybe at night, but.
You can't be black by deposit.
But no, Discovery Season 3 is pretty good so far.
Word up. All right, did we get everything out?
Yeah. Just close this place out.
I'm gonna go get out my aggression on these Arabs and Call of Duty.
America, fuck yeah. All right, so so we're going to take some time and we are actually going to do playing the game for the show. We're going to do this shit. I think we should all come up with one game. Like, this is the original idea. We should all come up with one game. We put it on a poll on Discord and have people vote.
The game I choose is freedom.
What's this shit called? That piece of shit shooter game. What is it called?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean. The one that was Homeland or something like that.
Homefront.
It was Homefront. Yeah, the one with the one.
The fact that they made a sequel to that.
Is that on Game Pass?
From what I understand, the sequel they ain't really had shit to do with the original game.
I heard that the sequel was worse than the original.
Yeah, because they didn't follow anything from the original. It's just a completely different story with just the name slapped on. So it's like
I don't believe in Game Pass. I pay for my games. I believe in capitalism. That's what fuels America, makes it great.
And then you're like, scalpers, that should be illegal. Wait a minute.
Make America buy games again.
I remember going down to the Sears and buying my. Okay, that's enough. Buy my Nintendo games.
Didn't some game developer came out and was talking shit about people and was like, they tried to make a second game of something. They made a first game and they wanted to make a second game, but the first game didn't sell enough. So he just came out and started talking shit to people like, well, if y'all would have actually bought the first game at full price and didn't wait for fucking sales, we would probably have it's like, come on, dog.
It's kind of like, I don't know which one.
That State of K guy said that.
I don't know if it was Ghostface or Raekwon, but one of them like put out an album and everybody just like pirated it. And he got all of his feelings on YouTube about it. I forgot which one it was, but it was pretty fun. I thought it was funny.
More than likely, it was Raekwon, because no one really want to listen to. Would you really want to listen to a whole Raekwon album if it's just Raekwon? Like, the reason why the Purple Tape is dope is because they're all there. You know what I mean? Like, the Purple Tape is great because they're all there.
Well, just like Only Built for Human Links, like the only songs that I really liked was
that's the Purple Tape.
Okay, well, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm old. Sorry, I'm old.
When it was purple?
The cassette tape was purple. Okay. We call it the Purple Tape, even though when I got it, it was a CD, but I still call it the Purple Tape. That's me. I'm old. Right. I'm old, but yeah.
No, I never actually bought it until years later. But it was like it was just a thing that I always heard.
The Purple Tape was the first CD I've ever received. My dad bought it for me because I got a little CD player boombox one year for Christmas, and we went to the store the next day, and I picked out. He asked me to pick out something. He saw the explicit sticker, and the person who was behind the counter was just like, "It's not that bad. He'll be okay." And that person, shout out to that person who hooked me up, because if that person didn't tell my dad that he was not going to buy the Purple Tape for me. Yep, that happened. 100%.
Was it that
bad? I mean, there's a lot of cussing and stuff in there, but it wasn't as bad as when he took away my Onyx tape, because he didn't understand that calling somebody a bitch ass nigga has nothing to do with talking shit about women. Like, you know, a bitch ass nigga is a bitch ass nigga. Like, it's not a shot against women. He just saw the word bitch and was like, "Oh, they're talking about women." No, he was talking about bitch ass niggas, Dad. Like, but you can't really say that. You know what I mean? And also,
now, I wasn't.
If he listened to the interludes on 36 Chambers, then he would take away all your music.
No, you should have been like, "No, Dad, he's a breeder. He breeds dogs." So that word, it means scientific.
I'll fucking.
Tell you what album that got taken from me was the Flatliners.
Really?
Yep.
I think that's the only one. But see, here's the thing. My dad was a third shifter, right? So usually,
you got away with all kinds of stuff. Then.
Yeah, during the week. No, I mean my stepmom was there. She didn't.
Oh.
She didn't have a job. She was a
So it was
homemaker.
one of those things where you couldn't make noise in the daytime because you was asleep.
But no, because most of the time I was at school, and when I got off school, he was on his way to work. I was on my way home, so we would pass and say hi and bye. But see, here's the thing: all I did was like when he wasn't home, and when my stepmom wasn't around, I found out where he put the tape. I took it out. I made a dub, and I put the tape back. So all I did was just, I went out and got me some Maxell tapes, and I made me a dub, and I put that shit right back where it was. You can have it at that point. But man, so I really enjoyed myself tonight. I didn't know if I would, because I'm Robin Williamsing this shit up right now, but I really had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I really had a great time, and I enjoyed talking to my bros and letting my worries go away for a little bit. And this has been very, very beneficial to me. And I don't think there's anything else that I could say other than thank you for giving me somewhere out of my fog for at least for a couple of hours. So I say to all three of you gentlemen, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm in the same boat too, man.
Yeah. So thank you, fellas. Thank you for everybody who is going to listen to this. We appreciate you. I'm starting to get back into like making my candles and all of that kind of stuff. So there's going to be sales going soon. I plan on starting a podcast, a little mini podcast on Anchor, for some of that art stuff and the candle making stuff. And, I'm going to, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to coincide that with the videos. And I'm going to add a coupon code to those videos. The coupon code for those videos is going to be higher than the coupon code that goes out to the people who just look at on Instagram and all of that kind of stuff. All of the social media people don't get as much out of everything as the people who listen to the podcast and watches the videos. So I'm still in the process. I'm still in the creating process. And then, I got the show Return to Oswald with Rashani. And then he wrote me into another show. So I guess now my Wednesdays are taken up too. So now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I got shit taken up. So we're gonna work on trying to get some games picked out, and so that we can have something to talk about when we come back. Are we going back to the 2 weeks, or are we going to try to do this every week?
If you're feeling up to doing, I'm cool with whatever.
Okay. So we'll try to figure it out. We might have to, it might be a situation where we might move today.
Move today.
Move the day.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Yeah, so we'll work on that. We'll work on that in our little private chat, and we'll get all of that squared away. Thank you, Scott, for showing up, because you reminded us that you had the idea about us playing a game for the show, and we were supposed to do that. The plan was to do that opposite of the show. So we do the show, and then we do the other show in between. So
I remember bringing that up, then my life went crazy. So
yeah, so did mine. But yeah, man. So I think that's the show. We're out of here. Peace out to the Warriors, yo.
Later. Hey, look, the this popped up on my Facebook feed, and it's kind of applicable to what we were talking about earlier.
Oh, the Zack Snyder stuff, or what? It's here. That's funny. That is hilarious. I really need to do that. I really need to take old comics and like put in my own dialogue.
Yeah,
I would get in trouble with that. I used to have an app where you can add those speech bubbles to actual regular pictures.
Yeah, I'll show
some Zack Snyder thing just popped up. It says Zack Snyder owns up to provoking his fans for clicks.
But But yeah, I follow this page on Facebook called Moon Knight Core, and it's pretty much all that for Moon Knight comics. And anything that Moon Knight says, it's like something outlandish. It just seems like something a Moon Knight would say. So I never know what's really real and what's not.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go pee because I've had to pee for like 25 minutes. So I'm going to go do that. Peace out, brothers.
I'm going to go continue to be America and enjoy my freedom.
I'm about to go paint.
All right, later, yo.
I need to get space to paint here. I ain't got no space.
Yes, my little desk is my little space. Just take off my top.
Yeah, I gotta have more space than you because I gotta pour stuff off. So, yeah. All right, peace, brothers.
Later, guys.
Yeah.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. Look, I'm telling you, Whoa. I'm telling. All right, I ain't gonna talk.